The lion hunt was a tradition of kings in ancient Assyria, and more broadly, in Mesopotamia, and one of the most magnificent depictions of this tradition was displayed on the wall panels of King Ashurbanipal's North Palace in Nineveh, dated around 645 through 635 BC. The surviving pieces of those wall panels now are viewable in a public exhibit at the British Museum in London. The many different wall panels from Nineveh are considered to be masterpieces of ancient art, and in particular the North Palace panels about the lion hunt are exquisite for the naturalistic representation, richness of symbolism, and extensive showcasing of a storytelling narrative. When Ashurbanipal lived at Nineveh, the city already had undergone several periods of construction, abandonment, and renovation. Ashurbanipal added new contributions, including the construction of his own new palace, today called the North Palace. From the North Palace, the wall panels of the lion hunt provide an invaluable view into how the king was represented at the time. According to a law of the time, only the king was allowed to kill a lion. Lions symbolize the power of nature that could not be controlled by anyone except by the king. The lion hunt demonstrated the king's power and justified the king's authority. Similarly, kings created gardens in their courtyards and around their palaces where people witnessed the ability of the king to control nature, much like how the king could tame nature through a lion hunt. Ashurbanipal's gardens were depicted as wondrous creations that transformed the potentially dangerous and unpredictable qualities of nature into places of comfort and luxury. Moreover, lions were portrayed as living in the gardens. From the perspective of visitors coming to Nineveh, they saw the impressive walls, gates, statues, and decorated wall panels in a series of layers of increasingly higher status and restricted context, starting at the outer city walls and then continuing to the elite residence area and eventually to Ashurbanipal's North Palace. Along the way, people observed the royal gardens and other symbols of the king's sovereignty. Within the North Palace, people experienced a series of rooms and corridors prepared with elaborate statues of the decorative floors, ceilings, and wall panels. The original creations reportedly were painted colorfully. Each corridor and room presented a series of scenes that honored and commemorated the king. And one of the most impressive aspects in the North Palace was the depiction of King Ashurbanipal's lion hunt. The surviving wall panels of the lion hunt were recovered from 3 areas. We might speculate about the missing or decayed parts, yet the surviving record is impressive and extensive. The wall panels show the preparation for the hunt, followed by the event of the lion hunt, and then the return from the hunt. Within each part of this story, the wall panels depict several scenes, events, and perspectives. The lion hunt occurred with numerous people as supporters of the event, possibly in an artificial arena or similar controlled setting where the king demonstrated his power to the public. The people saw King Ashurbanipal commanding and controlling the forces of nature embodied in the lions. The king is identifiable by his crown as well as by his larger stature. The king usually rides a chariot or is at the center of the action, and he is accompanied by several people who fulfill specific supporting roles. The people tend to be shown in formal poses and posture in contrast to the lions in naturalistic and wild appearance. This contrast emphasizes the difference between the controlled world of people and the uncontrollable forces of the natural world. The apparent arena style of the lion hunt involved someone releasing a lion into the hunting area, as well as several other people lined around the outer boundary of the hunting area. In this context, the lion hunt may be viewed as a way of containing the wilderness within an artificially created or modified setting. The wall panels show the king and his companions hunting not only lions, but also other animals. When viewed individually, some of the panels look like they represent hunting in the wild, but apparently they are parts of an elaborate controlled setting. The preferred hunting approach involves archery, variably in a chariot, on horseback, or on foot. Additional equipment included spears, swords, or daggers within close range. One scene shows the king's people using large nets to trap a group of deer, effectively blocking their escape route while the king prepares his bow and arrow. Apparently, many people contributed to support the king, to contain the perimeter zone safely, to prepare and present the supplies and food, and to carry the defeated animals at the conclusion. The king always is depicted as the only person who could kill a lion, as well as the other animals. The symbology of the lion seems to be the strongest, yet a similar notion applied to the other animals. In all of these cases, the king proves his ability to control nature. The lions are shown in spectacular naturalistic detail and perhaps with a degree of sympathy for the animals. Lions embody the potentially dangerous power of nature, and they symbolize the godlike ability of the king to control nature for the benefit of the people. All of these aspects are conveyed in the wall panels of Ashurbanipal's lion hunt in the North Palace of Nineveh. Similar scenes and symbology are known in numerous other sites of the broader geographic region and throughout multiple time periods. In this context, Ashurbanipal's lion hunt can be understood as one especially exquisite depiction of a wide-ranging and long-lasting tradition. If you would like to learn more about Ashurbanipal's lion hunt or similar issues, then I encourage to start with the resources in the video description. Additionally, you are welcome to share your ideas and suggestions in the comment section. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.